Want to learn your target language for free? Then get our language gifts of the month right now before they expire. Here's what you're getting this month. First, the Getting Sick Conversation Cheat Sheet. Are you able to describe your symptoms in your target language? If not, download our new conversation sheet and learn must-know words and phrases for the doctor. Second, the Language Learning Starter Pack PDF ebook. If you're new to the language, do you know what words to learn first? With this ebook, you'll get over 70 basic words and phrases that beginners need to know. Start with these words first. Download it right now. Third, can you talk about economics in your target language? Learn how to say profit, demand, taxes, and much more with this quick vocab bonus. Fourth, 30 must-know opposite nouns. Learn how to say day and night, question and answer, and much more. You'll pick up over 30 words with this vocab bonus. Fifth, free audiobooks for our members only. If you're not a member yet, sign up for a free lifetime account and unlock our huge library of language learning audiobooks. Save them to your device and listen and learn. They're yours to keep forever. And finally, the deal of the month. If you want to finally master the language with lessons by real teachers and our complete language learning program, get 35% off Premium or Premium Plus with the Power Up sale. To get your gifts and language learning resources, click the link in the lesson description below. Download them right now before they expire.
With these can-do videos, you'll see real-life situations where you have to introduce yourself, talk about your family, or give your contact information. So, by the end, you can do them yourself in Korean. This video is a small portion of our can-do course. To get the full course, including translations, grammar tools, and assessment tests, click the link in the description. Welcome to Can Do Korean by KoreanClass101.com.
안녕하세요 여러분, 김계진입니다. Hi everyone, I'm Keijin Kim. In this lesson, you learn how to use parting greetings.
This is Karen Morris, and she's leaving the local coffee shop after receiving her coffee. The barista says, "Goodbye."
안녕히 가세요.
Listen to the conversation. Ready?
안녕히 가세요. 안녕히 계세요.
Once more with the English translation.
안녕히 가세요.
Goodbye. Literally, go in peace.
안녕히 계세요.
Goodbye. Literally, stay in peace. Wondering how you can master these conversations even faster? Here's how. 1. Read along. You get the lesson conversation and translations inside our dialogue tool so that you see each word as you hear it and understand it all. 2. Practice speaking. By shadowing what you hear, you can also record and compare yourself with native speakers with our voice recording tools. And 3. Take our assessment tests and see how much you remember. These tools are part of our Can-Do course. Just click the link in the description to get them.
Let's take a closer look at each of these expressions.
First, do you remember how Seulgi Song says, "Goodbye"?
안녕히 가세요.
This starts with
안녕히.
in peace.
안녕히. 안녕히.
Next is
가세요.
which means go.
가세요. 가세요. 가세요.
Is the honorific form of the verb
가다.
meaning to go.
가다.
Altogether,
안녕히 가세요.
literally means go in peace, but it translates as goodbye.
안녕히 가세요.
The person staying says this to the person or people leaving.
안녕히 가세요.
Here, the barista, who is staying in the shop, says this to Karen, who is leaving the shop.
Let's take a closer look at the response.
Do you remember how Karen says, "Goodbye"?
안녕히 계세요.
This starts with
안녕히,
in peace.
안녕히
Next is
계세요.
which means stay in this case.
계세요. 계세요. 계세요.
Is the honorific form of the verb,
있다.
meaning to have.
있다.
Altogether,
안녕히 계세요.
literally means stay in peace, but it translates as goodbye.
안녕히 계세요.
The person leaving says this to the person or people staying.
안녕히 계세요.
Here, Karen, who is leaving the shop, says this to the barista who is staying in the shop. To recap, if you're staying, you say,
안녕히 가세요.
go in peace, to the person or people leaving. If you're leaving, you say,
안녕히 계세요.
stay in peace, to the person or people staying. If both of you are leaving a place, you'll both say,
안녕히 가세요.
go in peace.
안녕히 가세요. 안녕히 가세요.
Go in peace and
안녕히 계세요.
stay in peace are formal greetings appropriate for almost all situations. You can use them when you're speaking with people older than you, coworkers, and so forth. At this point in your Korean studies, formal greetings should be your default greetings. However, you may find that their more informal versions are more frequent or useful. Let's learn them. In Informal Korean,
잘 가,
bye, literally, go well, is said by the person staying to the person leaving.
잘 가, 잘 가, 잘 가.
Corresponds with
안녕히 가세요.
go in peace. Note,
잘 가,
is informal, while
안녕히 가세요.
is formal. In between these two politeness levels is
잘 가요.
a polite but somewhat casual way to say goodbye to someone leaving.
잘 가요. 잘 가요.
In Informal Korean,
잘 있어.
bye, literally stay well, is said by the person leaving to the person staying.
잘 있어. 잘 있어. 잘 있어.
Corresponds with
안녕히 계세요.
stay in peace. Note,
잘 있어.
is informal, while
안녕히 계세요.
is formal. In between these two politeness levels is
잘 있어요.
a polite but somewhat casual way to say goodbye to someone staying.
잘 있어요. 잘 있어요.
To recap, in Informal Korean, if you are staying, you say
잘 가.
bye, literally go well, to the person or people going. If you are leaving, you say
잘 있어.
bye, literally stay well, to the person or people staying. If both of you are leaving, you will both say
잘 가.
bye, literally go well.
잘 가. Let's look at the parting greetings once more. Listen and repeat or speak along with me. 안녕히 가세요. 안녕히 가세요. 안녕히 계세요. 안녕히 계세요. 잘 가. 잘 가. 잘 가요. 잘 가요. 잘 있어. 잘 있어. 잘 있어요. 잘 있어요. 안녕. 안녕. Did you notice the last parting greeting I used? 안녕.
Wondering how you can master these conversations even faster? Here's how. 1. Read along. You get the lesson conversation and translations inside our dialogue tool so that you see each word as you hear it and understand it all. 2. Practice speaking. By shadowing what you hear, you can also record and compare yourself with native speakers with our voice recording tools. And 3. Take our assessment tests and see how much you remember. These tools are part of our Can-Do course. Just click the link in the description to get them.
안녕.
Which literally means being well, can be used to mean bye.
안녕. 안녕. 안녕.
Can be used as a parting greeting in informal situations by people of equal social status, like classmates or people of relative higher social status towards people of lower social status. However, it should not be used the other way around.
안녕.
Is a versatile greeting that can also be used as an informal greeting meaning hi.
안녕. Let's review. Respond to the prompts by speaking aloud. Then repeat after me, focusing on pronunciation. Ready? Do you remember the formal way to say goodbye to someone leaving? Literally, go in peace. 안녕히 가세요. 안녕히 가세요. Do you remember the formal way to say goodbye to someone staying? Literally, stay in peace. 안녕히 계세요. 안녕히 계세요. Do you remember the informal way to say bye to someone leaving? Literally, go well. 잘 가. 잘 가. Do you remember the informal way to say bye to someone staying? Literally, stay well. 잘 있어. 잘 있어. Do you remember the informal general way to say bye? 안녕. 안녕.
Let's practice. Imagine you're Mark Morris and you're leaving the coffee shop. Respond by saying, goodbye. Literally, stay in peace. Ready?
안녕히 가세요.
안녕히 계세요.
Listen again and repeat.
안녕히 계세요. 안녕히 계세요.
Let's try another. Imagine you're Sasha Morris, and you and your friend are both leaving class. Respond by saying, bye. Literally, go well. Ready?
잘 가. 잘 가.
Listen again and repeat.
잘 가. 잘 가.
Let's try one more. Imagine you are Ben Morris, and you're finishing coffee with your college friend, Kaun. Respond by saying, bye, using the informal expression meaning bye, when parting, and hi when meeting. Ready?
안녕.
안녕.
Listen again and repeat.
안녕. 안녕.
With these can-do videos, you'll see real-life situations where you have to introduce yourself, talk about your family, or give your contact information. So, by the end, you can do them yourself in Korean. This video is a small portion of our can-do course. To get the full course, including translations, grammar tools, and assessment tests, click the link in the description. Welcome to Can Do Korean by KoreanClass101.com.
안녕하세요, 여러분. 김계진입니다. Hi, everyone. I'm Kejin Kim. In this lesson, you'll learn essential social expressions such as thank you.
This is Ben Morris, and he's on the train. A fellow passenger drops his wallet as he exits the train. Ben picks up the wallet and chases after the man. He calls to the man by saying, "Excuse me."
저기요.
Listen to the following 3 short dialogues between Ben and the man.
저기요. 네?
Ben hands the man the wallet.
감사합니다. 아니에요.
Ben turns to board the train, but the door's shut.
죄송합니다. 괜찮아요.
Once more with the English translation.
저기요.
Excuse me.
네?
Yes. Ben hands the man the wallet.
감사합니다.
Thank you.
아니에요.
Not at all. Ben turns to board the train, but the door's shut.
죄송합니다.
I'm sorry.
괜찮아요.
It's all right. Wondering how you can master these conversations even faster? Here's how. 1. Read along. You get the lesson conversation and translations inside our dialogue tool so that you see each word as you hear it and understand it all. 2. Practice speaking. By shadowing what you hear, you can also record and compare yourself with native speakers with our voice recording tools. And 3. Take our assessment tests and see how much you remember. These tools are part of our Can Do course. Just click the link in the description to get them.
Let's take a closer look at these 3 conversations.
First, do you remember how Ben Morris says, "Excuse me"?
저기요.
First is
저기.
literally over there. It refers to a place that is a bit away from the speaker. It can be used to call a person, as in the dialogue.
저기. 저기.
Next is
요.
a polite, informal sentence ending.
요. 요.
Note, adding
요.
at the end of a sentence makes it more polite. Altogether,
저기요.
literally means over there, but it translates as excuse me.
저기요.
저기요.
Do you remember how the passenger acknowledges Ben by saying, yes?
네?
Yes?
네?
네?
The second part of the conversation takes place after Ben returns the passenger's wallet. Do you remember how the passenger politely says, thank you?
감사합니다.
Thank you
감사합니다. 감사합니다. 감사합니다.
is the honorific form of the verb,
감사하다.
meaning to appreciate.
감사하다.
By using the honorific form,
합니다.
it becomes the most polite way of thanking someone.
감사합니다.
Do you remember how Ben says, not at all?
아니에요.
Not at all.
아니에요.
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 Is the polite informal form of
아니다.
an adjective that literally means to be not and translates to not at all.
아니다.
After the train doors shut and Ben misses his train, do you remember how the passenger apologizes to Ben by saying, I'm sorry?
죄송합니다.
I'm sorry.
죄송합니다.
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 Is the honorific form of the adjective,
죄송하다.
literally to feel guilty from being indebted, but translates as sorry.
죄송하다.
By using the honorific form,
합니다.
it becomes the most polite way of apologizing to someone.
죄송합니다.
Do you remember how Ben replies, it's all right?
괜찮아요.
It's all right.
괜찮아요. 괜찮아요.
Is the polite, informal form of the adjective,
괜찮다.
which literally means all right, but translates as it's all right.
괜찮아요.
This is a common phrase used to express that things are all right.
Let's look at the expressions once more. Pay attention to the body language. Listen and repeat or speak along. 저기요. 저기요. 네? 네? 감사합니다. 감사합니다. 아니에요. 아니에요. 죄송합니다. 죄송합니다. 괜찮아요. 괜찮아요.
Wondering how you can master these conversations even faster? Here's how. 1. Read along. You get the lesson conversation and translations inside our dialogue tool so that you see each word as you hear it and understand it all. 2. Practice speaking. By shadowing what you hear, you can also record and compare yourself with native speakers with our voice recording tools. And 3. Take our assessment tests and see how much you remember. These tools are part of our Can-Do course. Just click the link in the description to get them.
Let's review. Respond to the prompts by speaking aloud. Then repeat after me, focusing on pronunciation. Ready? Do you remember how Ben Morris says, "Excuse me"?
저기요.
저기요. And how the passenger says, "Yes"?
네?
네? Do you remember how to say thank you? 감사합니다. 감사합니다. And how to say not at all? 아니에요. 아니에요. Do you remember how the passenger says, "I'm sorry"?
죄송합니다.
죄송합니다. And how Ben says, "It's alright."
괜찮아요.
괜찮아요.
Let's practice. Imagine you're Karen Morris, and you receive a popular Korean candy from your Korean teacher. Say thank you. Ready?
감사합니다.
아니에요.
Listen again and repeat.
감사합니다. 감사합니다.
Let's try another. Imagine you're Mark Morris, and a passenger bumps into you. Respond by saying, "It's no problem." Ready?
죄송합니다.
괜찮아요.
Listen again and repeat.
괜찮아요. 괜찮아요.
Let's try one more. Imagine you're Mark Morris, and you see a man drop his wallet. Call to get his attention. Ready?
저기요.
네?
Listen again and repeat.
저기요. 저기요.
With these can-do videos, you'll see real-life situations where you have to introduce yourself, talk about your family, or give your contact information. So, by the end, you can do them yourself in Korean. This video is a small portion of our can-do course. To get the full course, including translations, grammar tools, and assessment tests, click the link in the description. Welcome to Can Do Korean by KoreanClass101.com.
안녕하세요, 여러분. 김계진입니다. Hi everyone, I'm Kejin Kim. In this lesson, you learn how to ask about someone's well-being.
This is Mark Morris, and he's in the office break room. He meets Sang-hoon Song, a close colleague, for the first time in a while, and asks, "How have you been?"
잘 지냈어요?
Listen to the conversation and focus on the question. Ready?
잘 지냈어요?
네, 잘 지냈어요.
Once more with the English translation.
잘 지냈어요?
How have you been?
네, 잘 지냈어요.
Yes, I've been well. Wondering how you can master these conversations even faster? Here's how. 1. Read along. You get the lesson conversation and translations inside our dialogue tool so that you see each word as you hear it and understand it all. 2. Practice speaking. By shadowing what you hear, you can also record and compare yourself with native speakers with our voice recording tools. And 3. Take our assessment tests and see how much you remember. These tools are part of our Can-Do course. Just click the link in the description to get them.
Let's take a closer look at the conversation.
First, do you remember how Mark asks, "How have you been?"
잘 지냈어요?
First is
잘,
meaning well in this context.
잘
Next is
지냈어요.
literally you spent time, but translates as have you been.
지냈어요. 지냈어요. 지냈어요.
Is the past polite informal of the verb,
지내다.
meaning to spend, as in to spend time.
지내다.
Note the word for you is inferred as this is a two-person conversation, and therefore it's omitted. In Korean, it is common to exclude personal pronouns, such as you, when it is clear from context. Altogether,
잘 지냈어요?
literally, well, you spent time, but translates as, how have you been? Pay attention to the rising intonation.
잘 지냈어요?
The rising intonation indicates that this is a question. Cultural note. This phrase is used when you haven't seen someone in a while. In everyday conversation, other topics are often discussed to ask about one's well-being or start small talk.
Let's take a closer look at the response.
Do you remember how Sang-hoon says, "Yes, I've been well"?
네, 잘 지냈어요.
First is
네,
yes.
네, 네.
Next is
잘 지냈어요.
first is
잘,
well.
잘
Next is,
지냈어요.
in this context, literally, I spent time, but translates as I have been.
지냈어요. 지냈어요.
Note the word for I is inferred, as the speaker is answering a question. In Korean, it is common to exclude personal pronouns such as I when it is clear from context. Altogether,
네, 잘 지냈어요.
literally, yes, well, I spent time, but translates as yes, I've been well.
네, 잘 지냈어요.
Relationships are important to speech level in Korean. The speech level in the conversation between Mark and Sang-hoon indicates they have a good relationship, as the speech level is polite, informal. In informal situations, such as conversations between close friends and classmates,
잘 지냈어?
how have you been? Informal.
잘 지냈어? 잘,
Well.
잘
Next is,
지냈어.
translating as, have you been? In a more informal speech level.
지냈어. 지냈어.
Is the past informal form of the verb
지내다.
to spend.
지내다.
Altogether,
잘 지냈어?
how have you been? Informal.
잘 지냈어?
When talking to someone of higher social status, such as a superior at the office, seniors, etc., you can say,
잘 지내셨어요?
how have you been?
잘 지내셨어요? 잘,
Well.
잘
Next is,
지내셨어요.
translating as, have you been, in a more formal speech level.
지내셨어요. 지내셨어요. 지내셨어요.
Is the past honorific form of the verb
지내다.
to spend.
지내다.
Altogether,
잘 지내셨어요?
how have you been?
잘 지내셨어요? The phrases you learn in this lesson are an important part of your language learning journey. However, as mentioned before, these phrases are often used with someone you have met in a while to ask how things have been. When seeing a friend you meet often, you might just use a simple greeting, such as 안녕하세요. Hello. 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. Note, 안녕하세요 is from the verb 안녕하다, meaning to be peaceful, well. 안녕하다. Literally, 안녕하세요 means something like be well or please be well. Note, 안녕하세요 is the most common greeting in Korean and can be used at all times of the day. It can translate as hello, good morning, good afternoon, etc. Depending on the content. You can use this phrase with someone who you are familiar with or unfamiliar with, and at all speech levels. In addition, questions, as a form of small talk, are a common way to greet someone in Korea. For example, a common question to greet someone in Korean is Did you eat? 밥 먹었어요? In this case, the question acts as a greeting, like how are you in English, rather than a sincere question about whether or not you actually ate.
Let's look at some more examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
잘 지냈어요?
네, 잘 지냈어요.
잘 지냈어요?
네, 잘 지냈어요.
잘 지냈어요?
아주 잘 지냈어요.
잘 지냈어요?
아주 잘 지냈어요.
안녕하세요.
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 잘 지냈어? 잘 지냈어. 잘 지냈어? 잘 지냈어.
잘 지내요?
네, 잘 지내요.
잘 지내요?
네, 잘 지내요.
Did you notice how I used a different question? 잘 지내요?
Wondering how you can master these conversations even faster? Here's how. 1. Read along. You get the lesson conversation and translations inside our dialogue tool so that you see each word as you hear it and understand it all. 2. Practice speaking. By shadowing what you hear, you can also record and compare yourself with native speakers with our voice recording tools. And 3. Take our assessment tests and see how much you remember. These tools are part of our Can-Do course. Just click the link in the description to get them.
잘 지내요?
How are you? First is
잘,
meaning well in this context.
잘,
Next is
지내요.
you spend time in this context.
지내요. 지내요. 지내요.
Is the polite informal form of the verb,
지내다.
meaning to spend, as in to spend one's time.
지내다.
Note, the word for you is inferred because this is a two-person conversation, and it's omitted. In Korean, it is common to exclude personal pronouns such as you when it is clear from context. Altogether,
잘 지내요?
literally, well, you spend time, but translates as, how are you?
잘 지내요?
Pay attention to the rising intonation.
잘 지내요?
This is a phrase you say when you haven't met someone for a long time. It's not a daily expression. Mark responds with,
네,
yes, followed by the same words in the question.
잘 지내요.
Notice the intonation.
잘 지내요.
Altogether,
네, 잘 지내요.
yes, I'm well. Let's review the key words and phrases.
아주,
Is an adverb meaning very.
아주. 안녕하세요.
Hello.
안녕하세요. Let's review. Respond to the prompts by speaking aloud. Then repeat after me, focusing on pronunciation. Ready? Do you remember the word for well? 잘, 잘. Do you remember how Mark asks, "How have you been?"
잘 지냈어요?
잘 지냈어요? Do you remember how to say yes? 네, 네. Do you remember how 상훈송 says, "Yes, I've been well"?
네, 잘 지냈어요.
네, 잘 지냈어요. Do you remember the informal way to ask, "How have you been?" 잘 지냈어. 잘 지냈어. And how to say hello? 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요.
Let's practice. Imagine you're Sang-Hun Sung, Mark's close colleague. Ask Mark how he's been, using polite, informal Korean. Ready?
잘 지냈어요?
네, 잘 지냈어요.
Listen again and repeat.
잘 지냈어요? 잘 지냈어요?
Let's try another. Imagine you're Seon Sim, Karen's teacher. Start your afternoon class by saying hello. Ready?
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
Listen again and repeat.
안녕하세요. 안녕하세요.
Let's try one more. Imagine you're Sasha, and you meet your classmate for the first time in a while. Ask her how she's been using Informal Korean. Ready?
잘 지냈어? 응, 잘 지냈어.
Listen again and repeat.
잘 지냈어? 잘 지냈어?
Hi everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to Conversational Phrases. We've found that the best way to learn a language is to speak it from day one. And the best way to start speaking is to learn phrases that you'll use in real conversations. In this lesson, you'll learn conversational phrases to use when talking on the phone. After watching this video, you'll be able to ask for someone on the phone and to put someone on hold. And if you want to learn more vocabulary, phrases, and example sentences you can use in real-life situations, click the link in the description to download your Making a Phone Call PDF cheat sheet for free. Now, let's take a look at some conversational phrases.
Listen to the dialogue.
여보세요. 담당자와 통화하고 싶은데요.
네, 잠시만 기다려 주세요.
Once more with the English translation.
여보세요. 담당자와 통화하고 싶은데요.
Hello, I'd like to speak with the person in charge.
네, 잠시만 기다려 주세요.
Okay, just a moment. First of all, you'll need to learn how to say hello on the phone. That's
여보세요. 여보세요.
Then you'll need to learn how to say, I'd like to speak with person. The pattern is person.
와, 과, 통화하고 싶은데요.
This Korean sentence literally translates as person with talk on the phone want, but it means I'd like to speak with person. For example, hello, I'd like to speak with the person in charge.
여보세요. 담당자와 통화하고 싶은데요. 여보세요. 담당자와 통화하고 싶은데요.
Now, how do you answer this question?
네, 잠시만 기다려 주세요.
Okay, just a moment. Listen to it again.
네, 잠시만 기다려 주세요. 네, 잠시만 기다려 주세요.
This Korean sentence literally translates as, yes, moment wait, but it means, okay, just a moment. Here are a few more phrases you can use with the same pattern to talk on the phone. The person in charge.
담당자. 담당자.
A sales representative.
영업사원. 영업사원.
The manager.
매니저. 매니저,
Customer service.
고객 서비스, 고객 서비스,
Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
영업사원과 통화하고 싶은데요.
네, 잠시만 기다려 주세요.
매니저와 통화하고 싶은데요.
네, 잠시만 기다려 주세요.
고객 서비스와 통화하고 싶은데요.
네, 잠시만 기다려 주세요.
Okay, now it's your turn. Do you remember how to say, I'd like to speak with person? Person.
와, 과, 통화하고 싶은데요.
And how do you answer it?
네, 잠시만 기다려 주세요.
Imagine you want to talk to a sales representative. Do you remember how to say, a sales representative?
영업사원, 영업사원,
Say, I'd like to speak with a sales representative.
영업사원과 통화하고 싶은데요.
Now say you want to talk to a sales representative and answer it.
영업사원과 통화하고 싶은데요.
네, 잠시만 기다려 주세요.
Now, imagine you want to talk to the manager. Do you remember how to say, the manager?
매니저, 매니저,
Say, I'd like to speak with the manager.
매니저와 통화하고 싶은데요.
Now say you want to talk to the manager and answer it.
매니저와 통화하고 싶은데요.
네, 잠시만 기다려 주세요.
Now imagine you want to talk to customer service. Do you remember how to say customer service?
고객 서비스, 고객 서비스,
Say, I'd like to speak with customer service.
고객 서비스와 통화하고 싶은데요.
Now say you want to talk to customer service and answer it.
고객 서비스와 통화하고 싶은데요.
네, 잠시만 기다려 주세요.
도움, help, 도움, 도움, help. 도움을 받고 싶은데요. I'd like some help. 도움을 받고 싶은데요. 배우다, learn, 배우다, 배우다, learn. 제가 배울 수 있는 사람들을 존경해요. I respect those from whom I can learn something. 제가 배울 수 있는 사람들을 존경해요. 움직이다, move, 움직이다, 움직이다, move. 손가락을 움직일 수 있어요? Can you move your fingers? 손가락을 움직일 수 있어요? 17 17 17 17 세븐틴의 멤버는 17명이 아니에요. The number of members in Seventeen is not 17. 세븐틴의 멤버는 17명이 아니에요. 18 18 18 18 그 남자는 18살입니다. He's 18 years old. 그 남자는 18살입니다. 19 19 19 19 나는 19개의 단추가 필요해요. I need 19 buttons. 나는 19개의 단추가 필요해요. 20 20 20 20 저는 27살입니다. I'm 27 years old. 저는 27살입니다. 목 neck 목 neck 기린은 아주 긴 목을 가지고 있습니다. A giraffe has a very long neck. 기린은 아주 긴 목을 가지고 있습니다. 얼굴 face 얼굴 face 여자친구가 무서운 장면에서 얼굴을 돌렸다. My girlfriend hid her face from the scary scene. 여자친구가 무서운 장면에서 얼굴을 돌렸다. 귀 ear 귀 ear 귀가 아파요. My ear is hurting. 귀가 아파요. 머리 hair 머리 hair 그녀의 금발머리가 부럽다. I envy her golden hair. 그녀의 금발머리가 부럽다. 산 mountain 산 mountain 남산에 언제 한번 가볼래요? Would you like to go to 남산 mountain sometime? 남산에 언제 한번 가볼래요? 바닷가 beach 바닷가 beach 바닷가에 갈 때는 선크림을 바르세요. When you go to the beach, please put on sunblock. 바닷가에 갈 때는 선크림을 바르세요. 열대우림 rainforest 열대우림 rainforest 아마존 열대우림은 매우 커요. The Amazon rainforest is very large. 아마존 열대우림은 매우 커요. 섬, island, 섬, island. 남이섬은 한국 드라마 겨울 연가의 촬영지입니다. Nami Island is where they filmed the Korean drama Winter Sonata. 남이섬은 한국 드라마 겨울 연가의 촬영지입니다. 사전, dictionary, 사전, dictionary. 사전에도 안 나와 있어요. It's not even in the dictionary. 사전에도 안 나와 있어요. 파란, blue, 파란, blue. 파란색 버튼 보여요? Do you see a blue button? 파란색 버튼 보여요? 노란, yellow, 노란, yellow. 노란색으로 칠했어요. I painted it in yellow. 노란색으로 칠했어요. 오렌지, orange, 오렌지, orange. 오렌지색 가방에 들어있어요. It's in the orange bag. 오렌지색 가방에 들어있어요. 색, color, 색, color. 강렬한 색깔입니다. It's a 지루한, boring, 지루한, boring. 이 토크쇼는 너무 지루해요. This talk show is too boring. 이 토크쇼는 너무 지루해요. 흥미진진한, exciting, 흥미진진한, exciting. 흥미진진한 영화를 봤어요. I saw an exciting movie. 흥미진진한 영화를 봤어요. 중요한, important, 중요한, important. 오늘 중요한 회의가 있어요. I have an important meeting today. 오늘 중요한 회의가 있어요. 신용카드, credit card, 신용카드, credit card. 신용카드가 4장 있습니다. I have 4 credit cards. 신용카드가 4장 있습니다. 열쇠, key, key. 열쇠를 문 앞에 두고 갈게요. I will leave the keys in front of the door. 열쇠를 문 앞에 두고 갈게요. 운전면허, driver's license. 운전면허, driver's license. 운전면허증은 항상 가지고 다니세요. Please carry your driver's license card with you all the time. 운전면허증은 항상 가지고 다니세요. 숲, forest, 숲, 숲, forest. 너구리가 숲속에서 땅콩을 먹고 있다. The raccoon is eating peanuts in the forest. 너구리가 숲속에서 땅콩을 먹고 있다. 강, river, 강, 강, river. 여기는 강물이 정말 빨리 흐르네요. The river is running really fast here. 여기는 강물이 정말 빨리 흐르네요. 바다, ocean, 바다, 바다, ocean. 돌고래가 바다에서 수영하고 있다. The dolphin is swimming in the ocean. 돌고래가 바다에서 수영하고 있다. 호수, lake, 호수, 호수, lake. 저는 호수 근처에 살아요. I live near the lake. 저는 호수 근처에 살아요. 문서, document, 문서, 문서, document. 가장 최근의 문서를 보내주실 수 있나요? Could you send me the newest documents? 가장 최근의 문서를 보내주실 수 있나요? 컴퓨터, computer, 컴퓨터, 컴퓨터, computer. 내 컴퓨터 쓰지 마. Don't use my computer. 내 컴퓨터 쓰지 마. 팩스기, fax machine, 팩스기, 팩스기, fax machine. 팩스기가 있나요? Do you have a fax machine? 팩스기가 있나요? 프린터, printer, 프린터, 프린터, printer. 프린터에 잉크가 없어요. There is no ink in the printer. 프린터에 잉크가 없어요. 샤프, mechanical pencil, 샤프, 샤프, mechanical pencil. 이 샤프 어디에서 샀어요? Where did you buy this mechanical pencil? 이 샤프 어디에서 샀어요? 자, ruler, 자, 자, ruler. 자를 대고 줄을 그어라. Draw a line with a ruler. 자를 대고 줄을 그어라. 마커, marker, 마커, 마커, marker. 마커 잉크가 부족하다. The marker is running low on ink. 마커 잉크가 부족하다. 은행, bank, 은행, 은행, bank. 그녀는 은행원입니다. She's a bank worker. 그녀는 은행원입니다. 편의점, convenience store. 편의점, 편의점, convenience store. 편의점에서 아르바이트를 해요. I work part-time at a convenience store. 편의점에서 아르바이트를 해요. 병원, hospital, 병원, 병원, hospital. 내 대신 병원에 갈래? Do you want to go to the hospital in my place? 내 대신 병원에 갈래? 지갑, wallet, 지갑, 지갑, wallet. 내 지갑 어디 있어? Where is my wallet? 내 지갑 어디 있어? 지갑, purse, 지갑, 지갑, purse. 어제 지갑을 잃어버렸어. Yesterday I lost my purse. 어제 지갑을 잃어버렸어. 주문, order, 주문, 주문, order. 다시 주문할지도 몰라요. I may order again. 다시 주문할지도 몰라요. 들판, field, 들판, 들판, field. 들판에 양 150마리가 있다. There are 150 sheep in the field. 들판에 양 150마리가 있다. 사막, desert, 사막, 사막, desert. 태양은 뜨거운 사막의 열을 올리고 있다. The sun is heating the hot desert. 태양은 뜨거운 사막의 열을 올리고 있다. 사장, boss, 사장, 사장, boss. 사장님이 친절해서 좋아요. I'm happy that my boss is kind. 사장님이 친절해서 좋아요. 사무실, office, 사무실, 사무실, office. 그의 사무실은 빌딩 3층에 있다. His office is on the third floor of the building. 그의 사무실은 빌딩 3층에 있다. 동료 coworker 동료 coworker 나만 빼고 내 동료들은 전부 테니스를 친다. All my coworkers play tennis except me. 나만 빼고 내 동료들은 전부 테니스를 친다. 회의 meeting 회의 meeting 오늘 회의는 취소되었어요. Today's meeting has been cancelled. 오늘 회의는 취소되었어요. 경찰서 police station 경찰서 police station 경찰서에 가야 해요. I have to go to the police station. 경찰서에 가야 해요. 약국 pharmacy 약국 pharmacy 저는 약국에서 일해요. I work at a pharmacy. 저는 약국에서 일해요. 빵집 bakery 빵집 bakery 맛있는 빵집을 알아요. I know a good bakery. 맛있는 빵집을 알아요. 영화관 movie theater 영화관 movie theater 이따가 영화관 앞에서 봐. I will see you in front of the movie theater later. 이따가 영화관 앞에서 봐. 협상 negotiation 협상 negotiation 2년간의 협상 후 두 나라는 드디어 합의할 수 있었다. After 2 years of negotiation, the two countries were finally able to come to an agreement. 2년간의 협상 후 두 나라는 드디어 합의할 수 있었다. 계약 contract 계약 contract 계약직 장그래 씨는 결국 퇴사를 했다. Contract worker Grajang eventually left the company. 계약직 장그래 씨는 결국 퇴사를 했다. 사업 business 사업, 사업, business. 그녀도 친구의 사업에 동참했다. She also took part in her friend's business. 그녀도 친구의 사업에 동참했다. 거래, deal, 거래, 거래, deal. 우리는 거래를 한 거예요. We have a deal. 우리는 거래를 한 거예요. 바쁜, busy, 바쁜, 바쁜, busy. 바쁜 것은 압니다. 하지만 내 변호사를 불러주시겠어요? I know you are busy, but can you call my lawyer? 바쁜 것은 압니다. 하지만 내 변호사를 불러주시겠어요? 심각한, serious, 심각한, 심각한, serious. 저 사람은 진짜 심각한 사람이야. He is a really serious guy. 저 사람은 진짜 심각한 사람이야. 피곤하다. tired. 피곤하다. 피곤하다. tired. 진짜 피곤하다. I'm really tired. 진짜 피곤하다. 상사, spiritual. 상사, 상사, spiritual. 우리 상사는 정말 침착하십니다. My spiritual is very calm. 우리 상사는 정말 침착하십니다. 회사, company. 회사, 회사, company. 그분이 우리 회사 이사님이세요. He is the director of my company. 그분이 우리 회사 이사님이세요. 급여, salary. 급여, 급여, salary. 급여 조건이 어떻게 됩니까? What are your salary requirements? 급여 조건이 어떻게 됩니까? 라디오, radio. 라디오, 라디오, radio. 라디오에서 들은 음악이에요. It's the music I heard on the radio. 라디오에서 들은 음악이에요. 텔레비전, television, 텔레비전, 텔레비전, television. 텔레비전이 조만간 배달될 겁니다. The television will be delivered soon. 텔레비전이 조만간 배달될 겁니다. 인터넷, internet, 인터넷, 인터넷, internet. 인터넷 돼요? Does the internet work? 인터넷 돼요? 신문, newspaper, 신문, 신문, newspaper. 그 신문 이리 줘. Pass the newspaper over here. 그 신문 이리 줘. 뉴스 채널, 뉴스 채널, 뉴스 채널, 뉴스 채널, 뉴스 채널. 저녁에 뉴스 채널을 켜요. I turn on the news channel in the evening. 저녁에 뉴스 채널을 켜요. 악기, musical instrument. 악기, 악기, musical instrument. 악기 연주할 수 있어요? Can you play a musical instrument? 악기 연주할 수 있어요? 그림, painting, 그림, 그림, painting. 미술 시간에 이 그림을 그렸어요. I drew this painting in my art class. 미술 시간에 이 그림을 그렸어요. 극장, theater, 극장, 극장, theater. 극장은 어디에 있어요? Where is the theater? 극장은 어디에 있어요? 뮤지컬, musical, 뮤지컬, 뮤지컬, musical. 뮤지컬 티켓을 받았어요. I got tickets to a musical. 뮤지컬 티켓을 받았어요. 오페라, opera, 오페라, 오페라, opera. 예술의 전당에서 공연하는 오페라에 갔어요. I went to the opera performed at Seoul Arts Center. 예술의 전당에서 공연하는 오페라에 갔어요. 휴식을 취하다. relax. 휴식을 취하다. 휴식을 취하다. relax. 휴식을 취하면 안 돼? Can we just relax? 휴식을 취하면 안 돼? 화이트보드, whiteboard, 화이트보드, 화이트보드, whiteboard. 선생님이 화이트보드에 적고 있어요. The teacher writes on the whiteboard. 선생님이 화이트보드에 적고 있어요. 칠판, blackboard, 칠판, 칠판, blackboard. 칠판이 안 보여요. I can't see the blackboard. 칠판이 안 보여요. 시험, test, 시험, 시험, test. 그 시험 어려워. That test is hard. 그 시험 어려워. 교과서, textbook, 교과서, 교과서, textbook. 저는 한국어 교과서가 3권 있습니다. I have 3 Korean textbooks. 저는 한국어 교과서가 3권 있습니다. 앞, front, 앞, 앞, front. 열쇠를 문 앞에 두고 갈게요. I will leave the keys in front of the door. 열쇠를 문 앞에 두고 갈게요. 직업, job, 직업, 직업, job. 재미있는 직업인 것 같아요. I think it's an interesting job. 재미있는 직업인 것 같아요. 대통령, president, 대통령, 대통령, president. 곧 대통령 선거가 있어요. There is going to be an election for the president soon. 곧 대통령 선거가 있어요. 산업, industry, 산업, 산업, industry. 한국의 문화 콘텐츠 산업은 한류의 열풍으로 급성장하고 있다. The Korean cultural content industry is booming with Korean wave fever. 한국의 문화 콘텐츠 산업은 한류의 열풍으로 급성장하고 있다. 벨트, belt, 벨트, 벨트, belt. 벨트가 너무 짧아요. The belt is too short. 벨트가 너무 짧아요. 동전, coin, 동전, 동전, coin. 동전을 차곡차곡 모으고 있어요. I'm saving coins little by little. 동전을 차곡차곡 모으고 있어요. 돈, money, 돈, 돈, money. 돈을 빌려주세요. Lend me some money, please. 돈을 빌려주세요. 현금 카드, debit card. 현금 카드, 현금 카드, debit card. 현금 카드를 잃어버려서 경찰서에 가야 했어요. I lost my debit card and had to go to the police. 현금 카드를 잃어버려서 경찰서에 가야 했어요. 계산서, bill, 계산서, 계산서, bill. 계산서 갖다 주실래요? Could you bring me the bill, please? 계산서 갖다 주실래요? 사진 촬영, photography. 사진 촬영, 사진 촬영, photography. 제 취미는 사진 촬영입니다. Photography is my hobby. 제 취미는 사진 촬영입니다. 벗다, take off. 벗다, 벗다, take off. 신발을 벗지 마세요. Please don't take off your shoes. 신발을 벗지 마세요. 침실, bedroom. 침실, 침실, bedroom. 우리 부모님은 침실을 같이 사용합니다. My parents share a bedroom. 우리 부모님은 침실을 같이 사용합니다. 부엌, kitchen. 부엌, 부엌, kitchen. 부엌에서 요리를 하고 있어요. I'm cooking in the kitchen. 부엌에서 요리를 하고 있어요. 화장실 bathroom 화장실 화장실 bathroom 화장실이 참 깨끗해요. The bathroom is very clean. 화장실이 참 깨끗해요. 졸업식 graduation 졸업식 졸업식 graduation 오늘은 저희 학교 졸업식이에요. Today is our school's graduation day. 오늘은 저희 학교 졸업식이에요. 승진 promotion 승진 승진 promotion 승진 축하드립니다. Congratulations on your promotion. 승진 축하드립니다. 기념일 anniversary 기념일 기념일 anniversary 달력에 우리 기념일을 적어놨어. I marked our anniversary on the calendar. 달력에 우리 기념일을 적어놨어. 장례식 funeral 장례식 장례식 funeral 장례식에 다녀왔어요. I went to a funeral. 장례식에 다녀왔어요. 결혼 wedding 결혼 결혼 wedding 결혼식은 잘 진행되었어요. The wedding went smoothly. 결혼식은 잘 진행되었어요. 설명하다 explain 설명하다 설명하다 explain 한 번 더 설명해 주시겠어요? Can you explain that to me once more? 한 번 더 설명해 주시겠어요? 뒤 back 뒤 뒤 back 집 뒤에 정원이 있어요. At the back of our house, we have a garden. 집 뒤에 정원이 있어요. 동쪽 east 동쪽 동쪽 east 일본은 한국의 동쪽에 있습니다. Japan is located to the east of South Korea. 일본은 한국의 동쪽에 있습니다.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Monthly Review, the monthly show on language learning, where you discover new learning strategies, motivational tips, study tools, and resources. By the way, all the lessons and bonuses you're about to see can be downloaded for free on our website. So click the link in the description right now to sign up for your free lifetime account. Okay, today's topic is the power of textbooks and digital detox. In this digital age where we're all using apps and smartphones to learn languages, you might not think of a textbook as the first resource to turn to, right? But if you're avoiding textbooks, then you're missing out on some powerful language learning benefits. So today you'll learn why textbooks are still a powerful resource in the digital age, why some, but not all, digital resources might hurt your ability to learn, and how to do a digital detox and learn off-screen with our program. And we're giving away a brand new conversation cheat sheet, so keep watching. But first, here are this month's new lessons and resources. Be sure to download these now before we take them down in a few days. First, the Getting Sick Conversation Cheat Sheet. Are you able to describe your symptoms in your target language? If not, download our new conversation sheet and learn must-know words and phrases for the doctor. Second, the Language Learning Starter Pack PDF ebook. If you're new to the language, do you know what words to learn first? With this ebook, you'll get over 70 basic words and phrases that beginners need to know. Start with these words first. Download it right now. Third, can you talk about economics in your target language? Learn how to say profit, demand, taxes, and much more with this quick vocab bonus. Fourth, 30 must-know opposite nouns. Learn how to say day and night, question and answer, and much more. You'll pick up more than 30 words with this vocab bonus. To get your free resources, click the link in the description below right now. They're yours to keep forever. Okay, let's jump into today's topic. The power of textbooks and digital detox. You probably have some language learning apps on your phone, right? But do you have any textbooks? Let us know in the comment section. Digital resources like apps and physical resources like books have their pros and cons. But if you're learning with digital resources only, you might be missing out on some benefits that come with physical resources. What are they? First, a digital detox. This is a basic one. A textbook gives you a break from the screen. You're not sitting in front of so much blue light all day, which can have an impact on your sleep. That's just for your overall health. Second, the ability to focus and improve your focus. Here's a question for you. How long is your attention span? 5 minutes? 10 minutes? The thing is, attention and the ability to focus are crucial for learning and succeeding with any goal in life. But if you're learning on a device, you'll get pop-ups and notifications. If you're on YouTube, well, the algorithm will have you watching cat videos soon enough. These things are designed to keep you jumping from one thing to the next, and all of this hurts your attention span and your ability to learn. With a book, it's much easier to focus, and consistently learning with one can help improve your focus. Third, if the book has a really good story to follow, it makes it more fun to learn. This may not be something you can find in every textbook, but you can find it in textbook resources like bilingual storybooks. Fourth, you get a clear path to follow. Textbooks give you a linear path from page 1 to 100. You know where to go next, how far you are from the end, and what you have left to learn. With an app, you'll be forever swiping and not really knowing if you're getting anywhere. Fifth, textbooks have gone through academic rigor, meaning they've been made by teachers or checked by teachers. So you're learning the correct forms, the correct language, and you can rely on it to be accurate. If you Google for blogs about phrases to learn, there's a chance the information is not completely accurate. Sixth, textbook lessons are curated and organized so that what you learn on page 1 helps you understand page 2 and so on. It builds you up and teaches you crucial language skills that beginners need to know, like how to introduce yourself first, then how to grow that conversation. As an added bonus, you can write in them. What about the downsides of textbooks? There are a few. The The content gets old fast. Language always changes. There's new slang. So that's where digital lessons do well. Also, books can get boring and overwhelming. An approach you can consider for a textbook is to put in a certain amount of time, say 20 or 30 minutes a day, and then walk away, so you're not overwhelmed. But by providing a digital detox, allowing us a framework for focus, offering reduced distractions, being easy to follow and accurate, textbooks are powerful in a digital world. So, should you go for digital detox and get a textbook? If you can handle a bit of change to your routine, then why not? If you're worried about learning the same thing from two sources, don't worry. Learning something like a grammar rule from multiple angles will only help you understand it better and reinforce your memory. A book will give you a clear direction of where to go, what to learn, and challenge your mind in ways that digital lessons might not. So, how do you do a digital detox and learn with our program? First, you can print out our extensive reading books. Extensive reading is a learning tactic where you read books that are appropriate for your level, and the goal is quantity over quality. You should read a lot and skip over the words you don't know. To access these, just visit the lesson library to find our extensive reading books. Second, download our PDF lesson notes and print them out. The lesson notes give you the lesson in writing, the dialogue, the vocab, grammar explanations, sample sentences, and cultural insights. Find the lesson notes in every one of your lessons. Third, use our printable visual flashcards. With these, you'll learn over 1,500 of the most common words. If you want the link to the visual flashcards, just leave a comment and we'll reply with it. Fourth, you can also use our printable conversation cheat sheets. With these, you'll learn words and phrases for the most common conversation topics. If you want the link to our collection of cheat sheets, again, leave a comment and we'll reply with it. Remember, the ultimate goal here is to go for a digital detox, challenge your brain in a new way, and try new resources. So thank you for watching this episode of Monthly Review. Next time, we'll talk about how to start conversations, talking points for language learners. If you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. And if you're ready to finally learn language the fast, fun, and easy way, and start speaking from your very first lesson, get our complete learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description. See you next time. Bye! Have you ever started learning a language but just couldn't continue? Why does this happen? And what do successful language learners do differently? In this video, we're going to talk about why you should put your language learning on autopilot. We asked you, and the #1 reason people don't continue is time. Either you don't make the time for learning or you're just too busy. But a lot of the time, this is caused by the resources you're using. If you've downloaded 5 language apps and bought 2 books, you'll get overwhelmed about where to start and what to do next. So what do successful language learners do? Successful learners don't overwhelm themselves thinking, what should I do today? They put their learning on autopilot. Imagine this. Let's say you have a favorite TV show. A new episode comes out every Tuesday. So you know what you're doing on Tuesday night. You don't have to think about it. You don't need a reminder. It's automatic. Every Tuesday, you watch an episode. You make it into a habit. Now, how do we apply that to language learning? First, habits. If you have a habit of learning, then you're already on autopilot. So, set a small, measurable monthly goal with a deadline, like learn 100 words or do 30 lessons by the end of the month. Once you know your goal, you can backtrack. So, for example, divide 100 words by 30 days in a month, and you get 3.33. So you should learn about 3 words a day. Now you know what to do. 3 words a day. There's no confusion. Do those 3 words and you're done. You don't need to think about what you should be doing because you already know what you're doing. It becomes a habit. The second way to stay on autopilot is with language textbooks. This is basically just because books are sequential. You just follow the pages from one until the end. You don't have to think about where to go next, so it's easy to stay on track with what you need to do. Third, the word of the day. Every day, you get a new word in your email inbox automatically. You don't have to think about it. Simply check your email, learn a word, and you're done. The fourth way is with our progress tracking tools. They spoon feed you lessons one by one. So let's say you finished lesson 1 where you learned greetings, Then you automatically load up Lesson 2, where you learn a basic conversation that uses the greetings you learned in Lesson 1. Then you have Lesson 3 and 4 and so on. You don't have to worry about what to do next because our dashboard will keep you on track. It'll even build upon what you learned in your previous lessons, so you won't forget it. The point is to put your learning on autopilot. You need something that guides you from A to B to C, whether it's your own habits or a book that takes you from 1 to 100 or a learning program that feeds you lessons. So take one of these tips and apply it today. So, to put your learning on autopilot, just check out our complete language learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Get tons of resources to have you speaking in your target language. And if you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share this video with anyone who's trying to learn a language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye! Are you focused on active language learning or passive language learning? And which is the best way to learn? In this video, you'll learn the difference between active and passive learning and some methods for each. Do you know the difference between active and passive learning? You'll find out the differences between these two. First, the difference between active and passive learning. Here's the difference. Active learning means you're actively engaging with learning material and focusing on it. For example, you're reading in your target language, you're looking up words, you're translating, you're memorizing phrases, or you're speaking out loud. So you're focused on what you're learning and you're really into it. Now, passive learning is different. It requires less concentration. It's usually done when you're doing something else. For example, doing chores, driving to work, or taking the train. You could be listening to an audio lesson or watching a video lesson. But the difference is you're not focused on picking apart every word. You're just passively taking the language in. What about you? How do you usually learn? Do you have a lot of active practice? A lot of passive practice? Do you have a combination? Let us know in the comments. Second, how you can learn both ways with our lessons. If you do a lot of passive learning, say because you're always on the go, then here are 4 simple tactics you can apply right now. 1. Press play on a lesson and just listen or watch, just like you would with YouTube. So if you're at home with your computer on, press play on a lesson and take it in. 2. Now, if you're outside, if you're going to the store or commuting, you can learn with our free Innovative Language 101 app for the Android, iPhone, and iPad. Again, open a lesson, press play, and that's it. If you want to passively review words and phrases, then check out the Vocabulary Slideshow tool. This premium study tool is available on every lesson and vocab list. Just press play, and with every slide, you'll get the word, the audio pronunciation, the translation, and sample sentences. You can even put the slideshow on loop and immerse yourself that way. And third, if you have an Amazon Echo device, then you can immerse yourself with daily audio lessons, or you can learn with the quick word of the day. You can just play a lesson and keep it in the background while you're at home. Just look for Daily Dose by Innovative Language on the Amazon Skills Store and download it for free. Now, if you're looking for some active learning practice and you have some time to concentrate, here are 5 tactics you can use right now. Number 1. Listen or watch a lesson and read along with the translations. You'll get complete translations in the lesson notes and the line-by-line dialogue. This will make your reading and listening skills skyrocket. The best part is you'll understand every single word. The translations are right in front of you. Number 2. Repeat the lesson dialogue as you hear it. This is called shadowing, and it will boost your speaking skills. Just repeat the lines that you hear until you can speak with confidence. To make it even easier, you can also get the lines in the dialogue study tool and in the lesson notes, so you can read them out loud as you hear them in the lesson. Number 3. Record yourself with our voice recorder in the dialogue study tool to perfect your pronunciation and see how close you are to a native speaker. Number 4. If you want to boost your vocabulary, study words with our smart flashcards. They sort the words for you, so you get the harder words more often until you master them, and the easy ones show up now and then to refresh your memory. And number 5, ask questions and practice. Leave a comment in the comment section. If you're a Premium Plus user, you get your very own teacher, and you can ask them to review and correct your writing and speaking. You can also ask for learning advice and get all of your questions answered. Both are great ways to learn, but which one is best? Well, that depends on you. If you have some quiet time to focus, active learning is best. But if you're on the train and you're multitasking, then passive learning is the better option. Whichever you choose, you can apply both with our language learning program. So, to test out active and passive learning, just check out our complete language learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Get tons of resources to have you speaking in your target language. And if you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye! Every language learner wants to speak with confidence, without struggling, and without stopping to think of words. So how do you do this? In this video, you'll learn 5 tactics to perfect your speaking. Above all, every learner wants to speak in their target language with confidence. We've run survey after survey, year after year, and the results are the same. Listening, reading, and writing are all important, but people want to improve their speaking the most. So how do you perfect your speaking skills? First, shadow the dialogues you hear in the lessons. What is shadowing? It's a learning technique where you mimic native speakers. In other words, you listen and then you repeat what they say. This is a fast and easy way to start practicing speaking. You can do this with any one of our audio or video lessons. And even easier, if you have access to the dialogue section, you can read along out loud as you listen. So shadow as much as possible to perfect your speaking and try harder lessons to take yourself to the next level. Second, read the dialogue out loud. We just mentioned this in tip 1, but this tactic deserves its own special mention. Reading out loud is another easy way to practice your speaking. Simply read the lesson dialogue that's available in the dialogue section, the lesson notes, or the lesson transcript. By reading out loud, you're practicing your speaking skills. And here's a trick. If you can get yourself to read faster, you'll be able to speak faster too. Natives tend to speak quickly, and if you can too, that's a sign that you're improving. Third, record yourself speaking to perfect your pronunciation. If you're a Premium or Premium Plus member, look for the voice recorder in the dialogue section. With this tool, you can record yourself and compare your speaking to a native speaker. This is powerful because you instantly hear the difference between your speech and the authentic native pronunciation. And then you can easily perfect your speaking and pronunciation. If you don't have a premium account, record yourself with your smartphone. And while you can't really compare, you can spot where you struggle or stutter. This tactic is used by professional speakers, public speakers, just about anyone that has to give a presentation. Fourth, if you're a Premium Plus member, record yourself and send it to your Premium Plus teacher for feedback. Here, you're getting instant feedback from a native speaker. They'll point out your mistakes, they'll tell you what to improve and how, and record themselves and work with you until you reach perfection. That's the power of having a native speaker give you feedback. So what do people usually record? Here's an easy one. Record a 1-paragraph self-intro. In fact, we ask all of our new members to do this. Give your name, your age, where you're from, why you're learning, and that's it. It's a great way to get started. Our more advanced students talk about their day. They send 3 recordings, in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night. For example, I woke up at 7 a.m. and brushed my teeth. I got ready for work. My train was a little late, and so on. This can dramatically improve your speaking because you're practicing conversations that people have all the time. The 5th way to perfect your speaking, Premium Plus assignments. With this feature, you get weekly assignments based on your needs and goals, whether they're reading, writing, listening, or speaking. If you want to improve your speaking, your Premium Plus teacher will send you speaking assignments non-stop every week and provide you with constant feedback. This is all part of your personalized learning experience. So take advantage of our tools and put these tactics to use. And remember, if you want to master your language with our complete language learning program, now's your chance. So to test out these tips and start speaking now, check out our complete language learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Get tons of resources to have you speaking in your target language. And if you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye! Great work! Here's a reward. Speed up your language learning with our PDF lessons. Get all of our best PDF cheat sheets and ebooks for free. Just click the link in the description.